Welcome to an overview of the Bridgewater State University admission process. My name is Todd Audyatis. I'm the Associate Dean of Admission at BSU. Let's start our conversation about college admission on the topic that's typically the last thing people want to discuss, and that's the cost. Bridgewater State University is an affordable option for many students, but 91% of our students use some form of financial aid to help them cover the cost. Fortunately, applying for financial aid at Bridgewater is a straightforward process in that all we require is that you file the FAFSA form, which is the free application for federal student assistance. It's required by all colleges and universities nationally, and you can file it online beginning October 1st of your senior year. And at Bridgewater, our priority deadline is March 1st. And on the topic of deadlines, we've got a few in admission that you ought to have on your radar, beginning with our early action deadline, which is November 15th. To qualify for early action, applicants simply need to have their application sent to us by November 15th. You can apply either on the BSU online app or use the Common App, which opens up as early as August 1st. All of your transcripts, test scores, essays, and letters of recommendation can arrive after the deadline, so long as the application is filed. The second deadline that you should be aware of is our regular decision or priority deadline, which is February 15th. Now, Bridgewater will typically accept applications for admission after the priority deadline. However, admission will be awarded on a space availability basis. And so, in other words, we're considered rolling admission after that. And then the final deadline that you should be aware of is the May 1st National Tuition Deposit to Enroll deadline. And again, we will accept deposits until our incoming class is full. And this is certainly the case with spots that we leave available for students who want to transfer to Bridgewater from either a 2-year or 4-year college. So let's talk about admission standards at this point. If you were to apply to Bridgewater State University out of high school, we put the most emphasis on your high school transcript. We're going to recalculate your high school grade point average, converting it to a 4.0 scale. So 4 is an A, 3 is a B, you get the idea. But it's not necessarily going to be the same GPA that you might have on your high school transcript. See, it'll be different in 2 ways. First is that we're going to use just college prep classes in your calculations. So no gym, no health class, no wood shop. The second way that it's going to be different is that we're going to use a weighted GPA. So if you take an honors class, that's going to get weighted half a grade level higher. If you take AP, International Baccalaureate, or dual enrollment, that will be weighted a full grade level higher. So to play that through for you, if you get an A in an AP, you'll get a 5 on a 4.0 scale. So the state standards that we use allow us to reward you for taking more challenging curriculum. And after having done all of that, what does it take to get into Bridgewater State University? There you have it, a 3.0, a B average. If you're relatively certain that your recalculated weighted GPA will be above a 3.0, you're in. In fact, you don't even have to send us your test scores. And by that, I mean your SATs or your ACTs. We're test optional. Now, if I'm telling you this and you're a little anxious because you're either not sure or you're certain your GPA is not over 3.0, that's when you're definitely going to want to send us your test scores, because that's when our state standards allow us to use the sliding scale, which you see on your screen. Now, the sliding scale has 3 columns. The first is a range of weighted GPAs, starting with a 2.99 all the way down to a 2.0. There are 6 different categories here. So the idea is that you plot what you think might be your recalculated GPA and then slide over to the right where you see columns representing the required minimum SAT and ACT scores. We'll accept either one. If you meet or exceed that, you're in. As simple as that. If you're looking at this and you're still not sure what your GPA might be, or you haven't had a chance to take the SAT or ACT either the first time or second time, will absolutely apply, because the state does allow us to offer admission based under special circumstances using special admit. And when we do that, It's when we're taking special care and consideration into things like your personal essay, your letters of recommendation, and your list of extracurricular activities. And certainly you're aspiring to be a student athlete at Bridgewater will be taken into consideration. So hopefully that helps give you a better sense of the admission process at Bridgewater State University. If you have other questions regarding admission, by all means, use the contact information you see here. Otherwise, we wish you the best of luck in your college search process, and every day is a great day to be a Bear.